80 to 90% of the apartments here are held by investors for extracting a high return rate due to the real estate boom since the early 2000s. Yet, the bankruptcy of giant real estate developers like Evergrande left numerous construction unfinished. In 2022, China's population dropped for the first time ever since the Great Famine in the 1960s. Projection shows that its population will shrink by 48% to the end of the 21st century. This is the day we've been looking forward to for 2,500 years. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. And Ordos had been very fortunate to introduce a few of these into the world. 250 BC, we introduced the Great Wall. It didn't just block the nomad, but also defined the border of Ordos today. 50 years later, we introduced the National Road, and it didn't just connect cities, but also helping soldiers march in the fastest way possible. Well, today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a desert with greenery and artificial water. The second is the revolutionary city of tower blocks. And the third is the breakthrough site for sheep grazing. So, 3 things: a desert, a city, and a sheep grazing site. A desert, a city. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate products. This is one product. And we are calling it Kangbashi. Today, Ordos is going to reinvent Gold City. And here it is. We do have one more thing. We have great respect for these words, and we don't use them lightly. We have been hard at working for years on something that is important to all of us: the future of ghost towns. Kangbashi spearheaded the decades of housing bubble and showed the world in the process. Now, 4 years later, it is only fitting that we are here to reveal a product that will set the path for housing for the next couple of decades.
So we want to break the boundary. If you see people, they don't know each other, the one suggested idea come together. You're part of this large movement. This movement is about communicating, exchange ideas, knowledge, and many, experience are much stronger. We're not interested just produce architecture. We're more interested in human conceptual exchange. That's much more important, especially today. The old world, it's not so interesting. We're talking about possibility rather than fixed, solid product. There's so much possibilities there.
Ordos100 is an architectural campaign curated by Herzog Muron and Ai Weiwei, sponsored by a local water engineering company. In January 2008, 100 architects from 27 countries gathered in Kangbashi for a site visit. Each of them was chosen to participate and design a 1,000 square meter villa to be built in a new community of this ghost town. Due to financial reasons, the project was postponed permanently, and none of the 100 designs was realized. This American suburban living dream in the desert can be seen as the zenith of chronological impulsing of infrastructure on the landscape that led us to its current crisis. A ghost city in the desert facing unprecedented flooding. Over the past decade, Inner Mongolia and Ordos region have consistently experienced at least one extreme weather event each year. These events, characterized by heavy rainstorms and flooding, have presented significant challenges to both the infrastructure of the old city and the relatively new city of Kangbashi, which is going to enter its 20s. In 2022, the region recorded an unprecedented level of precipitation, the highest in 30 years, marking a significant climatic shift, where it's known for desert and arid climates. If storms start to hit the desert, what is considered now a desert won't be desert in future. At least, desert wasn't desert in Ordos 2,500 years ago. Throughout millennia, the statics of nomads and settlers witnessed the vast transformation from forest to desert through the construction of infrastructure and induced migrants for overcultivating the land. Thousands of years later, these artifacts have become not just symbols of human activity, but also testaments to the relentless power of nature. Many have been abandoned, with structures collapsing and some even gradually succumbing to this encroaching desert or becoming overrun with weed. This back and forth dynamics of human and natural forces can be defined as landscape migration. The great works of infrastructures are the Great Wall, the National Road, Genghis Khan Mausoleum, the open pit mine, Kangbashi, and Ordos100. Not only being massive in scale, these works also represent the worldview back in the time frame that shifted the flow of people, stocks, and plants shaping Ordos today. As mentioned above, the crisis at the site encompasses two main issues: the ghost city phenomenon and flooding. The site is located in northeast portion of Kangbashi, a ghost city in northeastern Ordos. It was initially reserved for the Ordos100 project. Although none of the 100 luxury villas were built, several civic buildings such as an art museum and hotels were constructed. With few visitors, this architecture imparts an eerie and secluded atmosphere to the area. Like Ordos100, a significant portion of Kangbashi remains unfinished. In fact, there are 3 areas of it becoming a ghost city: empty plots, halted construction, and underoccupied buildings. Despite this ghostly nature, apartments near schools are usually occupied, as the location provides parents with access to educational resources. Regarding flooding, the site is situated at the junction of 2 major channels. According to an official report, almost half of this peninsula could be submerged in a flood in a 1 in 50-year scenario. With the increasing frequency of extreme weather events, what is now a 1 in 50-year occurrence could soon become a 1 in 25 or even a regular reality. By looking at history, we not only realize how humans can transform the landscape, but also how the landscape can reciprocally influence human activities. This interplay has been intensifying over time. Now, with all these shifting dynamics, we couldn't help ourselves picturing the future laying around. Is it going to look like or this? Or